Welcome back, Tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. martindogger here, giving you a review of the AMX M4 49. This Tier 8 premium French heavy tank is currently available in the World of Tanks Blitz store, and it's available for gold. That's good. No crates to be seen, no crates in the vicinity. It's a really hefty sum of gold. 15k for just a tank, 16k for a tank with 6 equipment slots unlocked, and for the full set of equipment you have to shell out 17k of gold. So yeah, in that regard, is it worth the money? No. Just a flat out no. Because you can get 2 premium tanks from the tech tree, for example the T-34 and the LUR, for just about the same amount of money. But it's a really nice tank. I like this one. I have it on console. It's not your typical French heavy tank, because this one has armor, and some quite good armor as well on the turret front and on the hull front. It has 10 degrees of gun depression, and yeah, it plays as a hull down heavy. And for the regular subscribers of the channel, you all know that I do like to play hull down. That's a play style that really suits me. So I decided to buy the tank on my account anyway, and I will talk you through it. I have the full stats and numbers here, the armor profile and all. And this was actually the first game I played with the tank on the contributor account. I bought it on that account as well, on Himmelsdorf. And first things first, you can see you don't have to go completely hull down into really a hole in the ground. You can use anything to hide your hull, and then just face front with that frontal turret armor, because that can bounce quite a bit. Some examples are in this game. Really, this is a bit of a DPM trade game on Himmelsdorf. As you can see, everybody's just driving around and shooting each other, which they tend to do in Blitz. But from here on, it's more straightforward type of gameplay in terms of going hill down. And you can see I'm bouncing shots on the side of my turret, on the front of the turret. Those veteran players to Blitz will probably have already noticed that cupola on top. That's an obvious weak spot. There are a few weak spots on the left and the right side of the hull as well. So yeah, after this game, I'll talk you through it, what you should and shouldn't do in the AMX M4 49. All in all though, I quite like the tank, because like I said, it's a hull down tank. It's a nice credit earner as well. The result from Himmelsdorf has some added credits from a mission, which I show in the screens afterwards as well. But it's a pretty good premium tank. And yeah, it's available for gold, not great. So happy days for everybody, actually. This was a second class, 2.5k damage, not too bad I think. 11 shots fired, 10 hits, 10 penetrations, that decent accuracy as well. And you can see 34k from a mission, giving me a total of just shy of 100k net income. Right, stats and numbers. I've compared it to the Chieftain, the LUR with the T-34, and the rest on the right side there as well. And you can see the DPM is pretty good. You of course have slightly less penetration than T-34. That one, however, has a far worse rate of fire, giving you a better DPM. The weapon handling, well, it's not too bad. It's not as good as the Chieftain, for example, in terms of aim time and dispersion. But the Chieftain T-95, which is, I think, the really comparable tank, the AMX suffers a bit in the weapons department, but gains a far better front, and most of all, it has a far less obvious weak spot. I mean, the turret front, 250 mils, it's only topped really by the T-34. And if you would fit some provisions in there, some food and a rammer, just look where you can get the DPM up to. It's pretty good for a Tier 8 heavy tank. It's a bit of a mix between a medium and a heavy. And of course the Chieftain T-95 is just that. And so is, well, by now I think the LUR, in a way. Really good gun on that one as well. 310 Alpha on that one as well. That's maybe one of the few drawbacks that the AMX M4 49 actually has. Because the armor profile it's pretty good. You do have 310 Alpha instead of 400 like some of the bigger tanks at the tier. But look at this armor profile. It's against the Centurion Mark 1, which has 226 millimeters of pen, so through the sides and the rear no problem whatsoever. You can see it at cupola on top, but it's a fairly small one at that. You have some weak spots on the left and the right hand side of the turret, as you can see. They will go through if you wiggle around, unfortunately enough. But the big weak spot on the top is quite small one. There's a few weak spots on the turret, on the lower sides of the turret, and of course that lower plate is a weak spot. And this is the one where you have to watch out for. If you're not completely hull down and you overexpose your sides, the cheeks on the left and the right hand side of the hull become easily penetrated as well. But this is hull down against the Cent Mark 1, and unless he manages to hit your cupola, for which he has to aim in pretty effectively, it's a really good armor scheme. And even against APCR, just look at this, that's 258 mils of penetration power, and it just won't go through. No, wiggle wiggle, it won't go through. Is it then an OP tank? Yeah, maybe. Is it becoming pay to win? Yeah, pay it has become pay. You have to pay a fair bit. But if you get this tank indeed into a hull down position where nobody will be able to flank you or shoot you through the sides, then you will have so much fun. Oh, look at the snapshot. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Bouncing a shot now from the VK. Did take some damage from the other Liberté, but I can now go hull down again. As you can see, I'm trying to protect as much as possible from my hull. Is that VK still there? Yes, there he is. Hello. Are you going to pop out? Yes, he is. Hello. Right, let's shoot his track then. And now it's time for me to push forward. I got shot from the side. We can get the kill. There we go. I got shot from the side. That's why I'm moving in now over here. You can see what I'm doing. I'm facing front again. I'm keeping the gun on the front plate of my tank as much as possible. I figured that out using Armor Inspector. If I over angle, I have... Oh, look at this one. Oh. If I over angle, my cheeks are really weak. I mean, as in extremely weak, and they will just go through. They will shoot me no problem whatsoever. I do have to rotate around actually on this one now. I'm with Andy from Grum Clan in the SCM50T. He was at the back before, giving me some support. And he decided to relocate as well, going into the town area. And we're getting flanked like mad actually. And I wasn't too sure on what to do on this occasion. I saw this RU rolling in, and he wasn't going going to fight the desert area against the O47 and the T49, but I decided I had to go in over here just to hold this line and prevent us from getting flanked even more. And like I said, I can go hold down, so that's what I'm going to do here. Pop a shot into the back of that O47, bouncing a shot again. I think he's on APCR there, judging from the 190 marker. But I've held this flank now. So yeah, it's a really lovely heavy tank with good mobility. It's not lightning fast, but it gets around quick enough. In that regard, it's the same as the AMX 5100. And as long as you can position yourself into positions where you can shoot the enemy and only expose the turret front and maybe slight bits of the front plate, then you are then you're in a really strong position. And yes, it then becomes quite OP. However, it's a French heavy, and French heavies have really weak sights. I have been shot numerable times into the side by an SU-152, and again this is a game with good accuracy and, well, pretty decent income again. 100k net, just about. No mission done, so that's what the tank can earn as well. It's pretty good credit earner. But I digress again. Where was I? Oh yeah, I remember now. I was getting derped by an SU-152 in the side. Prime example is going to be in this this video as well at the end. And you can get shot by HE in your sights very easily. And that's the thing to watch out for if you are up against the likes of a Leichte Kampfpanzer M49. M41, I should say, or an RU-251, or a Borsig, or a Waffle, or an SU-152, or an ISU-152, because they can wreck you pretty effectively, and if they do a full roll for 1200, oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Right, missed the first shot on the SP1C, which dipped low for no reason whatsoever, at least not that I want to think of. Then tried to snapshot the SP1C, missed. Getting shot by the T-44, but again, just look at the gun. I'm running a rammer. I'm not running calibrated shots. I'm going straight through the front of that VK. This shot misses again. The SP just drives backward. But we are in a fairly strong position as long as I can keep people from flanking me. We can shoot the T-44 now. I know where about to aim. Lower plate. Can shoot through his front. Right, there's an IS there. SU-152. IS-5 is it on the flank, and we are now getting flanked by the VK. Yes, we are. So I'm rotating back. And I do have a slight DPM advantage if I manage to bounce him once, which I do, and then shoot him. I'm running adrenaline as well. There we go. We can shoot him again. And you can see if you come into a DPM trade, yeah, it's not that you are in really big trouble, but I wouldn't count on it against same tier tanks, heavies, or against higher tier tanks. It isn't worth it. You will lose hit points, and you do have better DPM, but only by a slight margin. If you bounce a shot, miss a shot, you've lost that advantage in terms of DPM, and I'm missing a lot of shots here. As you can see, I should have shot his cupola. I tried to go for the side armor, dunked the shot into the ground. This one's a lovely one, damaging his engine, which he decides to repair. So he's on 523 now. We have an AMX still around its spawn. There's an SU to deal with, SU-152, and there, oh, hopefully optimistic shot. There's still that SP to deal with. We have T-44 there. This one goes in. You have a nice HE shell, and on an SP it will go through, no problem. And like I said, I'm in a fairly strong position here. I'm deciding to, well, rotate back again after trying to get a shot in on the SU-152. Doesn't work out in the end because he's away. And here's when I decide to back off. I don't want to duke it out against that IS-5. He can pay me no problems whatsoever. He will have no problems killing me with 781 hit points left. And he hasn't got the gun depression to find me on this area where I am now. You can see what I'm doing. I'm driving into the rocks. Right, T-44 is rolling in. Okay, where you going, T-44? You're going that way. Right, there's an SU-152 still there. There's 3 tanks left. I know where everybody is. So let's try go and kill him. And you figured it all out already. I shoot into the ground once again. I'm going to miss a shot on the IS-5. And shoot into the ground once again. There we go. Ooh, lovely shell burst. Luckily the IS takes the IS-5 out. We can now start working on the SU-152, and then leave just the T-44 left in the end to clean up. So I'll just let the game play here and, well, give my final verdict on the AMX M449. I really think it's worth the money, especially if it's just a tech tree tank or available for the regular price of a tier 8 premium tank. 15k, 16k, 70k, way too much, way too much. And I forgot to mention, actually, you have to buy the camo. It's not in the pack. I mean, what? Wargaming, go home, you're drunk. 15k of gold, 16k of gold, 70k of gold, and I don't get the legendary camouflage? Why? That should, I think it should really have been in there. And maybe even a loadout of ammo with some APCR in it or some consumables or whatever. But yeah, other than that, pretty good tank. If you like tanks with accurate guns with good possibilities to go hull down, then you will love this tank. I mean, everybody who is a subscriber to the channel who has watched my videos knows what I like. So if you like my playstyle, if you like the tanks I like, you will like this one as well. And did I mention hull down yet? Yeah, I think I mentioned it a few times. You saw it just now from that bounce from the T-44, giving me a first class and a lovely, lovely little Spartan medal. And yeah, I missed a lot of shots, so less income as compared to the other games. Other than that, pretty good tank. I hope you've liked the review. If you have, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll catch you all on the next one, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Bye bye.